In the studio with Crystal Estep. She's the, let me get the director right, administrator of the medical center.
Correct.
Right, okay. She's going to bring us up to date with what's going on in the medical center because we have 3 new doctors. So welcome, Crystal.
Thank you. Glad to be here. So we can start with the physicians. We have specialty physicians that do lease some space and come in and do practice here at Green Spring. And we do have 3 new physicians coming in that I'm pretty excited about. Mm-hmm. Here's a pamphlet everybody should have gotten in their cubbies, I believe last week, probably Wednesday or Thursday. It's going to look like this. Mm-hmm. If you haven't received it, you can go ahead and come down to the medical center and we can make a copy for you. We do have a new dentist, Dr. Andrew Kim, that is coming starting October 18th, and he will be here every day on Thursdays.
Every Thursday.
Yep, every Thursday. Sorry, you're right, every Thursday. Every day, somebody would love him every day once you get to know him, trust me. He was actually on Channel 6 last week to introduce himself. Mm-hmm. He sees some residents outside of the community already, so a lot of people are really excited that he's with us. Then we have our cardiologist, Dr. Shahab, who is now with us, and he comes every other Wednesday in the afternoon at the medical center. Mm-hmm. And then we have the dermatologist, Dr. Dinneman. And she comes the first Wednesday of the month for the day, and she's downstairs in our medical suite. Mm-hmm. So we have a full house again, and I know a lot of people are excited, and I definitely know that they're excited to start. So
Good. Sounds wonderful.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it is. And like I said, if you haven't met the dentist yet, once you do, you won't want to go anywhere else. He's been here for some health fairs. He's done 3 different health fairs here. And
so he's very familiar with Green Spring.
He is. And the really good thing about Dr. Kim is for the Continuum Care Unit at Garden Ridge, he is willing to go over and see those residents as well.
Really?
While he was here last week to do a walk through the medical suite downstairs, he walked over to Garden Ridge and checked it out, seen what it was like, talked to some of the residents, but mm-hmm. that's a huge plus for us because there's certain people that are in wheelchairs that, just kind of recline back, so he's willing to do residents that are in wheelchairs instead of having to transfer them. And the simple basic cleanings of dental care over at Garden Ridge. So that's a huge plus for us.
That's wonderful.
We need it.
I'm sure they'll appreciate that.
I hope so.
Uh-huh. So what else is new at the medical center?
Oh my gosh, do you have all day?
Well, we have about 10 minutes.
So another thing that I really want to talk about is the flu.
Nasty thing.
Oh, yes. So far, we haven't had any cases reported to us here in the community, so I'm thankful for that. I do have to say the flu clinics this year went very smoothly. That is not just the medical center, that is the residents as well. Mm-hmm. Came prepared, had the consent forms filled out, took no time at all, got everybody in and out. So far on campus, we have given 1,248 flu shots. Mm-hmm. We have 150 left. So if you have not gotten your flu shot, don't make me chase you down. Mm-hmm. Just call the medical center, make an appointment. We can give you the flu shot. If you have an appointment with one of the providers and have not received it yet, we can give it at that time as well. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to keep a track of who's been vaccinated on campus and who hasn't. I've had some people that don't use the medical center bring me their flu shot from like Costco, Safeway. I like to get that into the system because I'm just trying to make sure that everybody on campus has been vaccinated.
So you really want people who get the flu shot off campus to let you all know?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Or if you're refusing the flu shot, let us know so I can put it in your chart. Mm-hmm. I am keeping track, 'cause like I said, I'm trying to see a percentage mm-hmm. of residents that get vaccinated that I can kind of keep track of where we're at.
That's great.
Because not everybody uses the medical center, so I just want to make sure everybody's safe and is getting vaccinated, and that's one of the biggest things of not getting the flu mm-hmm. is the vaccination.
Okay.
During the flu season, there are a couple precautions that you do want to take. One is if you have a cough, you're coughing, sneezing, make sure that you cough like in your elbow or cover mm-hmm. your cough. Make sure that you're sanitizing all the time, your doorknobs, people forget about that, your phones. Yeah. Make sure that, again, you cover your mouth. Don't share items with individuals.
Right.
I know people will come to other people's apartments and borrow things. Don't do that during this time, because we're not sure who's sick, who's not, and try to stay in your home. I know it's tough, but if you even have any signs or symptoms of the flu, and you might not have a fever the first 24, 48 hours, try to stay in your home so we don't pass it on to each other. You know, there's lots of precautions we can take.
Oh, it's just a little sniffle, you know.
Exactly, and people forget that the flu starts out like a cold. You know, not a lot of people realize that. So they just take it as a cold until they get worse. We will have care packages again this year. So if you are running a fever and you feel that you do have the flu, instead of coming down and infecting others, we will do a triage over the phone to make sure that's what you have, and then we'll send you a care package so that you don't have to come out.
Okay, great. It's good to know.
Yes, you're not alone, I promise. Whatever we need to do, we'll help take care of you so we don't spread it.
I know we've done real well here in not spreading the flu around.
Exactly. Last year was my first year, so I thought that we had a lot of residents ill, but come to find out, we were not the top campus. So I was really shocked. I was really shocked, and the isolation went very well and very fast. So we were able to keep it under control.
Quite a siege.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah, yes, it was. So we're hoping that doesn't happen this year. So just to remind the residents, if you feel you're sick, just let us know, and we'll do what we can.
Now, if we can just get people off campus who come in, not to bring it in.
Yes, especially grandkids.
Yes.
Those little ones carry everything.
Right.
Yep.
Especially when they're just starting school.
Yep, and you want to hug them and you want to kiss them and pay all this attention to them, and then later you're sick and you're like, where did I get this from?
Yeah, right.
Then you realize where you got it from. But vaccination is top priority, so just make sure that we're vaccinating.
Okay.
One more thing with the medical center, since we're on the subject, for appointments. We do have acute appointments daily, and I just wanted to bring this up while I was here, because somebody came and asked me the other day why they could not get into the medical center same day. We do have acute appointments. So if you are ill, you have that cough, that so-called cold, call us that morning, we'll get you in, we'll check you right away. The acute visits are for individuals that have colds, fevers, wake up with a pain that normally isn't there, the things that aren't long-lasting illnesses. And that's what we use the acute visits for. If somebody were to walk into the medical center and ask to be seen, and it's for their 3-month appointment that same day, it's not going to happen.
Okay.
It has got to be an acute visit. We don't turn anybody away, although we have those spaces for the ones that walk in that are really sick. And I'm sure every resident would appreciate it if they were really sick, that they had that spot to walk in and be seen.
So in other words, don't call if you have a hangnail that you can wait until tomorrow.
Yes. And the good thing is the physicians are doing triage now. So if a resident calls down, the physician has got to talk to them in order to say whether they have to be seen that day or it's okay that we can just get you on the schedule for tomorrow. So you're being triaged by the physicians instead of the CMAs. So that makes you a little more secure to know that you can wait till the next day.
Right.
So I just ask if it really is an acute condition, to go ahead and use the acute spots. But if it is just you've missed your 3, 6, 9-month follow-up, we'll schedule you the next day. So.
Okay. Sometimes that's hard for people to accept.
It is, because even a hangnail on me hurts and I want it taken care of.
Right.
You know, so they think that we have all kinds of spaces open, but especially right now with flu season coming, we want to make sure we have spots to see individuals.
Spots for the,
Yes.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. I understand Dr. Dar is ill, though.
He is. It's not the flu. I'm going to tell you guys that now. So he's not out with the flu, but he is sick. There's a couple people that are getting sick, but it's not the flu. I promise. He's not the first case. He's not the first case of the flu.
Okay. Well, let's hope we don't get very many of them this year.
I hope we don't, and I do know that housekeeping has already started taking precautions in the clubhouses in the main areas. So we're trying to be on top of things.
Okay, very good. Okay.